Great. Find our chairs. Sit up nice and tall. And we'll begin. So again, it's midsummer here and it's hot, hot, hot today. So we're going to start our practice today with that cooling breath. That's the Tali cooling breath. I don't know if any of you practiced that if you were in class last week, that we did the cooling breath. But it's basically our little built-in swamp cooler that we have. Yeah, and so what we're going to be doing is as we breathe in, we're going to, if you can, roll your tongue. You'll breathe in through that roll of your tongue. You'll close your mouth and slowly breathe out your nose. And if you can't roll your tongue, you'll just open your mouth slightly and let the breath ride alongside the top of your tongue. Close your mouth and breathe out. Yeah. And what that does is it sort of wets our breath, just again, like a swamp cooler. It's like a fan over the wet tongue that cools our body. But let's just begin with closing our eyes and come into this space on this beautiful day. Good. Yeah. Just notice how your body is feeling today. Notice if there's any anxiousness in the mind, any sadness, any fear. Just notice, and notice the body. If there's any aches or pains in the body today, anything new, anything chronic, just notice. Good. And then you can keep your eyes closed, have your palms up on your lap. We're going to do some nice deep breathing. So let's just take a couple cleansing breaths. We're going to breathe in through our nose. And then just let the breath out the mouth. And one more. Breathe in through the nose as much as you can. And let the breath go. Good. Now we're going to breathe in through the mouth with our tongue rolled or just your lips open slightly. Close the mouth gently and then breathe out through the nose and extend the exhale breath as long as you can. And then breathe in through your tongue. Much as you can, close the mouth, gently the lips, and just gently breathe out the nose. And just do 5 more rounds at your own pace. Yeah. Breathing in through that little swamp cooler. Even pause the breath at the top. And then extending the exhale breath, just nice and slow. I was practicing this in my car the other day when I got into the car and it was so hot in my car. I just did a little rounds of these cooling breaths and actually kind of worked. Cooled it down. It also slows down our body, our central nervous system. That also helps us to cool down. But on your next exhale breath or whenever you've done 5, you can just release your breath and come to your natural breath now. And just notice the effects of the breath, if any. Good. And you can remain here with your eyes closed. You can bring your palms down on your lap. Find a gentle, tall spine, so lift your collarbones. Yeah. And take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, lift your chin up towards the sky a little bit. And as you inhale, slowly draw your chin to your chest. And as you exhale, lift the chin. Keep the back of your neck long whenever you lift your chin. Inhale, chin to chest. You don't want to drop the weight of your head back fully. And now bring the head back forward. Good. Let's take a breath in. And as you exhale, turn your head and look, or just turn your head over to the right. If you want to flutter your eyes open, you can, or just leave them closed. Chin is staying parallel to the floor. We're just turning the head to the right. Stretching the left side of that neck. Feel the contraction on the right side. And as you exhale, slowly float the head back forward. Good. And on an inhale breath, slowly turn your head over to the other side. Stretch it as much as you can, much as that's comfortable. And feel that now the stretch on the right side of the neck and the contraction on the left side. And as you exhale, slowly bring your head back forward. Good. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, gently drop your head now to the right, opening up the left side. Good. And press down into your feet gently to float the head back up slowly. And as you exhale, drop your head over to the other side. And then inhale, gently float the head back up. Good. And then when you're feeling ready and complete, the eyes have been closed for a while, so just gently blink your eyes, maybe open them slightly, looking through your eyelashes first, and then flutter the eyes open. Good. Let's just take a nice big breath in and let it go. All right, so getting into our vagus nerve a little bit. So the vagus nerve, I talk about it fairly often, but it's just picture a net, like a fishing net. That's your vagus nerve, and it starts in your brain and it goes all the way down the center of your body and covers all of your internal organs. And it's the biggest nerve in our body, and it has two purposes. One is to check in and make sure all of your internal organs are functioning, right? Your lungs, your heart, your digestion, your liver, your kidneys, all of that is responsible for all of that. So it's important. And the second function of the vagus nerve is to click on the parasympathetic nervous system, right? It's that relax and digest system. So we're going to just do a little work for that. Yeah. And so we're going to start with our eyes. Yeah. So keeping the head nice and tall. If you want to interlace your hands behind your head to just stabilize your head, because the tendency when we look to one side is to move the head, right, to one side. So you can stabilize your head here, or you don't need to, but just concentrate on just moving the eyes. Yeah. So we're going to look with our eyes to the upper left corner of the room. Yeah, try to keep the head forward as far as you can, the upper left corner of the room. Good. And keep looking. You can do this while you're laying down in your bed, maybe before you go to sleep. It gets that parasympathetic nervous system to send a signal to relax. And then roll your eyes forward, back forward. And now roll them up to the upper left corner of the room. See if you can really look as far up and left as you can with your eyes. Good. And then relax your eyes back forward. Good. We're going to take the hands if they're up, or if they're here, up here. We're going to just massage the sides of your neck. Yeah. So the vagus nerve is very deep inside of our body. So it's really hard to get to it from outside because there's bones and muscles and tendons and fat all in the way, right, of that center of that vagus nerve. But the one area that's the thinnest area that has access to the core of our body is, can anybody guess? It's our navel area. It's the thinnest part to the center. Makes sense, right? That's where we were attached to our mommy. Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to just get some energy going there, right? So taking your hand, one on the navel, one right above the navel, sit up nice and tall, and we're simply just gonna tap our belly. Kind of like why Buddha has a big belly and Santa has a big belly, right? Yeah, they knew that that gets into their vagus nerve and it just makes you jolly, happy, running free, relaxed. Yeah, but just tapping that area to say, hey, vagus nerve, if you're sleeping, if you're lethargic, it's time to wake up. Do for the next couple of weeks. Well, there's different things you can do for the vagus nerve, and we'll experiment with lots of different things. Good. And then relax the body. Yeah. Relax the hands down onto the lap. And we're going to bring our hands into little fists, like fist facing each other, or just in front of your that stomach navel area. And we're just going to turn. We're just going to rock side to side with our hands. Yeah. Twisting and turning. This is really nice for the spine too, just start to notice the spine. And slow it down and come back to center. Yeah, so those are a couple things you can do to wake up. There's also one that's really nice is just riding your hands, your palms up and down the sides of your rib cage. That's really nice too, not only for the vagus as well, but to wake up our prana energy. You know, I've mentioned before, you know, our skin is the biggest organ on our body. It covers our entire body and it's an organ. Good. All right. So coming into our shoulders, relax the arms down alongside your body. On an inhale breath, press into your feet and lift your shoulders up. Try to get as tall as you can in your torso. Yeah, pressing down into your feet, lifting up with your shoulders. And exhale, relax. Good. And again, press down into your feet, lift your shoulders up. And exhale, relax, and roll the shoulders. Good. And roll the shoulders forward, just warming up here. Good. All right, we're going to take our arms. We're going to turn our palms out. On an inhale breath, press into your feet, relax your shoulders, and just float your arms up as if they're weightless. Yeah. And then exhale, float your arms down. And inhale, float your arms up. And exhale, float your arms down, just like we're flying. Good. And now we're going to inhale and just float our right arm up, bring our palm forward, draw the arm forward slowly, and then bring it all the way across the chest. And then take your left hand up on the upper part of your right arm and squeeze it in towards your chest. We do this a couple of times. If you want to experiment here, you can just stay here, squeezing that in. You can feel that squeezing under your armpit. Good for that the lymph nodes there. And then relax. Maybe you go a little higher and stretch in. Yeah. And maybe relax and go a little lower and stretch in. So you'll feel a different stretch on the back of your shoulder blades. Yeah. And relax. Good. All right, and let's just do the other side here. So we're going to cross that left arm over and hug it in with that right arm. And breathe and smile. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hug it in. Relax. Maybe go a little higher and squeeze that in. And relax. Maybe go a little lower and hug it in. And relax and slowly roll out the shoulders. Shake it out. Good. Nice. All right, we're going to get rid of a little bit more heat in our body with lion's breath. So we're going to scoot forward in our chair. We're going to do a little cat-cow. And as we do cat pose, as we round forward, we're going to stick our tongue out as far as we can as we exhale. So we'll do a couple together here. So we're going to inhale, lift the heart, slide the hands up, reach your shoulders back, look up, big breath in. And as you exhale, stick your tongue out and as you round forward. Let all that heat, that hot air out. Good. And then inhale as you slowly lift. Now lift the heart, lift the collarbones, reach back, open up, and then stick out the tongue. And as you exhale, as if you're deflating like a balloon. Yeah. And let's do one more. Inhale, slide the hands up, reach the elbows back, look up, and exhale, around forward. Good. And then slowly just come straight back up now and slide up halfway on your thighs. Good. We're going to bring our legs a little wider apart. And good. Nice tall spine. And float the arms forward. Bring the backs of your hands to face each other. And then see if you can touch the backs of your hands. Good. So arms are about shoulder height. If that's uncomfortable for you, they can be a little lower. Yeah, just find your comfort zone. Yeah. And then reach your fingers back like a butterfly. You can even stretch your fingers and relax them. Yeah, so stretching the tops of your hands. So lots of butterflies are out now with all these flat summer flowers. Good. And one more. Stretch. Good. And then relax the shoulders. And then just relax, let the hands just float back down onto our lap. And let's just rock side to side here. Good. And back to center. Shake out the hands. Good. And we're going to interlace our hands now. Good. And then we're going to bring the palms forward and stretch the arms forward. Good. So just let your shoulders glide forward as you gently press your palms forward, opening up that upper back. And then glide your shoulders back. And slowly lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Yeah, good. So see if they can come around in line with the ears. Good. And you can bend your elbows if that's more comfortable for you, or stretch them straight. Good. And we're going to press down into our feet and reach our palms up. It's like a nice big stretch in the morning. And find breath here. Nice, long, slow, deep breath in and out of the nose. Yeah, so we breathe in and out, getting that nitric oxide built up in our system to dilate those blood vessels in our body. Good. And as you exhale, relax the hands, let them float down towards your head. And then slowly release the arms and let them float down. Good. And roll it out. Yeah, good. And roll it forward. Good. And relax. One more time. We're going to inhale and we're going to reach. Actually, we're going to bring our right leg in a little bit and maybe take our left leg in, right leg out. Yeah, good. Or one or the other, doesn't matter. Yeah, go to the other side. Good. And then squaring your chest to the front of the room. We're going to take our right hand onto the left thigh. Good. And we're going to inhale. We're going to reach that left arm up towards the sky. Again, take a big breath in. And this time, as you exhale, stretch your left fingertips as high as they'll go. Good. And start a little bit of background music here. Yeah. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, reach up, hold on, and reach up and over. A little side bend here. Yeah. Just stretching out all that little fascia tissue, ligaments around the rib cage. You can look underneath your left arm. Good. And then inhale, press into your feet, slowly float your body back up, look forward. Exhale, relax your arm down. And then inhale, get a nice tall spine. Here you can keep your right hand onto that thigh. And as you exhale, very slowly turn over to the left. Yeah. You can rest the palm of your left hand onto the back of your chair. You can reach that right knee back a little bit if it started to sink in a little. Keep your spine tall. And you can look as far over your right shoulder And then with your eyeballs, look a little bit further over to the left, right? Or to the, I guess that would, yes, to the left. Roll your eyes, same direction as your head. And as you exhale, feel the body soften and relax. And slowly come forward. And any of these poses we're doing, if there's some pain anywhere in your body, you don't want to feel pain. Let's toe heel. Yeah, so you want to take care of yourself and adjust. Hopefully, if by this time you know when you went too far, right? Typically, your breath is that sign that I'm not breathing deeply, which means you're tightening, which means you're probably uncomfortable. So you want to modify so that you can breathe deep. Let's go to the other side. Step now this left leg out. Again, nice tall spine, shoulders squared forward so that we're not facing on an angle. Good. Let's take, what'll help is taking this left hand onto the right side. Good. Right arm down alongside the body. Turn your palm out and just gracefully float our elbow up. Good. Get as tall as you can on that right side. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, press into your right foot and reach your right fingertips up. So just get as long as you can, but not overstretching, right? Can you breathe? Good. Now take a big breath in again. And on an exhale, just reach up and lean over. Good. You're holding on to that thigh. You can turn your head and look underneath your arm, that right arm. Notice if you've gone too far. Notice if you can't breathe deeply. And see if you can modify. Good. 2 and 1. And slowly bring the body back up. And exhale, relax that right shoulder as the right arm floats down. Good. Find that nice tall spine. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, turn and press into that left foot to turn the body over to the right. Good. Look over the right shoulder. Maybe bring that right palm onto the back seat of your chair and gently press down to keep the spine nice and tall. And then look with your eyeballs a little bit further over to the right. And draw that left knee back slightly, the cave in a little. And breathe. Big breath here. Stretching the spine. Filling the lungs. And then it's time that you exhale, relax the body now. Slowly turn the head back forward as the body slowly comes forward as well. Always keeping that nice tall spine. Yeah. And then toe heel your back to parallel. Good. All right, let's move the body. Let's just do a little light shaking. Blink the eyes, move the head. Good. Again, pay attention to any tightness in the body, especially the upper body here. And just see if you can allow it to relax a little bit. Yeah, lots of our pain is due to just tension somewhere. Yeah, it could be misalignment, it could be inflammation, but also just tension. Yeah, so relax, let it go. All right, feel free to remain seated in your chair if you want for the next part of the class. Feel free to stand if you'd like to do some standing. So sliding your heels back, pressing into your toes, engaging your thighs here to slowly make your way to a stand. Good. Coming to the back of the chair, your chair here. Good. All right. So wiggle it out. Notice anything. These last couple of weeks, every time I'm sitting for a while, which we've been, and I stand, my low back and my glutes are feeling tight. But then when I just start to move around, yeah, so just wiggle the body out, move around a little bit, shake off the tightness, the tension. Good. All right. And come to center. So we're gonna find that nice tall spine. So shoulders back, right? Hearts gently lifted, looking straight ahead, head not down. Good. And we're just going to, with a nice straight spine, we're gonna just start to walk. Just walking, yeah, one step at a time. You can use your arms at your side, opposite arm forward. Good. And then as you continue to walk, maybe you lift the knee up a little bit higher with each step on either side. So it'll be a little slower walk. Yeah, good. See if you can find your range of motion. What feels good on your body? Good. And at some point, maybe you're gonna lift a knee and pause, like the freeze game, like we were talking about. I'm not frozen yet on the screen, yeah. And just nice and tall. Good. And that's time to come to the other side. Lift your knee up and pause, practicing our balance. And let's do one more round of that. When you're lifting your knee and pausing, you're engaging your core, that area below your navel. So let's go again to one more side here. Lift. Maybe it's your left knee or right, just the opposite. Pause. Notice any little wobbly, that's good. And then let's come back to a little walk with our high knees. And now we lift the opposite side, maybe the right knee. Pause. Tuck that belly in, lift the heart. That's going to keep you up and strong and balanced. And come back to your walk. Good. And then lower the knees, come to a little slower walk. Good. And relax. Good. Coming into mountain pose. So just bringing the palms forward, tucking the tummy back, and tucking the chin back slightly. Yeah, it's so important to keep our chin back above our shoulders and not jutting forward, which many times we're not even aware of it because we're so used to having our head down. That feels normal, right? But it's a lot of pull on the back of the neck and the whole back, all the way down to your lower back. Yeah, good. Roll out the shoulders, shake off any tension. Good. All right. Now we're gonna stretch nice and tall. So again, find your nice tall spine. We're gonna start with the right arm. You're gonna reach up towards the sky. And then as if there's a rope, you're gonna grab onto the rope so that you bring a little tension into that right arm. And then with some resistance, you're gonna pull the rope down. Yeah, all the way down. Good, so you have a little resistance in that arm. It's not just dropping down. And then we're gonna lift the left arm up. And again, making a fist as if you're grabbing tightly onto that rope. And you're gonna pull, pretend you're pulling the rope down from the ceiling. Good. Let's do that another time. Inhale up, close. Maybe you reach up a little bit higher on the rope, grab it, and pull it down. Good. And then reach up and grab a little tighter on the rope. And pull it down. Good. And relax. Good. And roll it out. Shake it out. Okay. We're going to come into a little twist for our spine. Good. So let's take a nice big breath in. Let it go. On an inhale breath, float your arms up towards the sky. Good. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, soften your knees. Start to turn to the right and drop your arms halfway. And keep that left arm moving back in line with the shoulder. Tendency is for it to be forward. Good. And look over that right shoulder again towards your right hand. And these are soft, not locked. And then inhale, start to straighten the knees as you bring the body forward and reach up. And now we're going to interlace our hands above our head and steeple our pointer fingers into Kali Mudra. Kali Mudra is that can help us get rid of pain, not hold on to our pain and our discomfort. Yeah, just help it along. Yeah, so take a big breath in. And as you exhale, reach your fingertips up. Good. And inhale, reach up. And exhale, soften the knees and just lean over to the right. Opening up our right rib cage. Look under left rib cage. Just you can turn the head slightly and look underneath that left arm. And find your breath. Again, can you breathe deeply? Is there any discomfort? If so, back off, back out. And then inhale, slowly come back up. And then unlace your hands and bend your elbows and let your arms float down. Good. And roll it out. Good. All right, we're going to do that on the other side. So inhale, float your arms out and up. Good. Take a breath in. As you exhale, it's a little bend in the knees, soften the knees as you twist over to the left. And then reach that right arm back. Don't let it come forward. And look over the left shoulder. And breathe. Good. Let's make this feel nice, like a stretch. And the more we stretch our muscles and then inhale, slowly come back forward. Bring the arms up. We're going to interlace our hands, one finger over, steeple the pointer fingers, reach those fingers up to the sky. Take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, lean up and over now to the left, other side, whatever your opposite side is. Yeah. Good. And the more we keep our muscles a little stretched in our ligaments, maybe the more we can avoid more discomfort and more pain. Yeah, because our body is stretched and ready to go as we move. Good. Belly's tucked in, protecting the back. And then inhale, slowly come back up. And then exhale, unlace your hands, relax your shoulders as your arms just gently flow down. Good. And roll out the shoulders. Just move, shake. Yeah. Good. It might feel nice to just relax the arms, just let them hang down. Let's bring our feet a little wider apart. Let's soften our knees again. Good. And rock side to side. Inhaling to one side, exhaling to the other. Inhale. Big breath in through the nose, big breath out through the mouth. You know the drill. Maybe your breath can be maybe a little bit bigger and louder. One more. And slowly let the body just drift its way back to center. And let's bring our feet back to hip distance apart. We're going to stretch our spine in half lifts, right? So we're going to start with the arms down alongside the body. And we're going to inhale and reach your arms now forward and up. Good. Take a nice big breath in. And again, on an exhale breath, soften the knees. Start to send your hips back like you want to sit down in your chair. Yeah, and just come about halfway forward. If arms forward is too much, bring your hands onto your thighs. Actually, everybody do that. Bring your hands onto your thighs for leverage. So we're just looking down at the floor. And now you can straighten your knees a little bit. Good. And I want you to feel the top of your head reaching forward and your hips reaching back, as if you're trying to stretch your spine as long as you can. Halfway lifts. Yeah. And breathe. Stretching and breathing. Breathing and stretching. Good. And on your next exhale breath, relax the body. And if it's comfortable for you, you can drop your head. Maybe slide your hands down a little further, not on your knees, but maybe on your shins, or keep them on your thighs. Good. Relax the head down. If that feels like too much pressure, again, lift the head and look at the floor. If your head is down, shake it side to side. Relax that neck. That neck is holding up this 8 to 10 pound head of ours all day long. Yeah. And now we're going to come into that halfway lift again. So you can keep your hands where they are and stretch the top of your head forward, reach your hips back. That feels like too much on your back. You can bring your hands up again to your thighs above your knees and stretch long, that halfway lift. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. And exhale, relax, soften the knees. And then looking at your hands, start to crawl your hands further up your thighs as the body starts to come up slowly. Yeah, we've been down there for a little while. Good. And then once the body is up, then slowly lift the head. Relax your arms down. On an inhale breath, reach out and up. Bring your palms together and float them to your heart. Good. We're going to do a little sun salutation here. Good. So make sure that you have some space to go side to side. So my chair's in the way there, so I'm going to slide it up a little bit. Yeah, we just want a little bit of real estate on either side of us. Good. We're going to begin with our hands into prayer position. Good. So our stretching that we just did should warm us up a little bit for this pose. Yeah. So on an inhale breath, we're going to step out to a star. Arms reach up. Good. Soften the knees, and as you exhale, come into that forward fold, right? That halfway lift, and then reach your arms back this time. Stretch them up towards the sky. Just make it feel good. Good. And then as your arms come down, as you inhale, slide your feet together and your hands together and bring them to your heart. And we're going to do the other side. So step out to the left. As you exhale, send the hips back. Just hinge at your hips, fall forward and reach your arms as far back as is comfortable and up. Good. And then this is the hard part. As you inhale, you want that inhale to bring you back to center as gracefully as possible, and exhale, hands to heart. Let's do one more, just a little bit quicker. Sometimes it's a little easier when we go a little faster. Inhale out. Exhale, bow forward, reach up. Inhale, step together. Exhale, hands to heart. You're looking beautiful. Inhale out. Good. Exhale, bow forward. Reach up. Inhale, step together. Let that inhale breath bring you together. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice, nice, nice. And relax. Good. Roll out the shoulders. Come into mountain pose. Palms forward, nice and tall. Tall spine. Remember that chin is tucked always back just slightly. Yeah, to bring that heavy head over your shoulders. Good. Okay, so we're going to come into a little balance challenge here. So we want to be in back of our chair here. So this is going to challenge our coordination, right? Our side to side, going side to side. So it may seem like it's pretty easy, but there's a lot going on here, right? We're going side to side, we're stepping forward and back with our feet, right? And so there's a lot of challenge going on for the brain to keep the body upright. Yeah. So it's called the grapevine, basically. So you can start at the back of your chair. You can start with fingers on the chair. Good. And then I'm gonna go back a little bit. We're gonna step out to the side. Yeah. And then we're going to take this out to the right. We're going to take this left leg and step it back behind the right. And then we're going to take the right leg and step it out. And then we're going to take that. Can you still see me? Feather the leg in. Yeah. You can do smaller steps if you want to just keep that hand on the thigh. Now we're going to go back, right? So we're going to step with the left leg out just a little bit. Take that right foot behind onto the heel. Take that left foot out, so you can switch hands, and take the feet together. Good. So that's the grapevine. Let's start back with our chairs here. So you can either use the chair if you want that stability. If you have a wall, I guess you could use a wall. You might lose it though, or do smaller steps. So another option for taking it a little bit further is to have your hands either down or on your hips. Yeah, or even like just using one hand. Good. So whatever you feel comfortable with here. So small step, we're going to step out to the right. We're going to bring that left foot behind. We're going to step out and bring the feet together. And we're going to step out with the left, right foot behind, left foot out, and feet together. Good. All right. So have that worked out well for you here? Yeah, let's just do that one more time. So you can, again, try hands on hips, try hands down below, see what makes you feel more stable. Yeah, so stepping out to the right, step back, step out, and together. Step out, foot behind, step out, and together. Good. All right, so if you want to challenge it, again, if you just follow along with hands on the chair, top of the chair, if you're okay with having your hands off, we're going to do it a little bit faster. So it's a little more challenging, right, when we go faster. So wherever you like your hands, I like mine on my hips for some reason. Start with feet hip distance apart. And step out, step back, out, together. Step out, step back, step out, and together. So you're looking straight ahead. Yeah. Out, together, step out, step back. It's like we're teaching you country western dancing. Let's do one more round. Step out, foot behind, out, back, step out, right foot behind, out, and back. Good. So, you know, if that feels easy to you, it's just really good practice, yes, for keeping us in balance, keeping us upright. Nice work, everybody. All right, we're going to do another balance pose. My favorite balance pose is tree pose. Yeah, and so we're going to start at the right side of your chair. So to help our balance, one of the best ways to help us stay upright and balanced, right, is just having that collarbone lift. So it's almost like you're lifting your heart up and back. Yeah. And we're going to come to a nice tall spine. We're going to bend our right knee. And you can take your right knee out to the side or bring it in the bottom of the foot in towards the ankle. Yeah. If you want a little more challenge, onto the outside of your shin. Noticing any wobble. Remember, wobble is good. That's the body and brain adjusting and getting to know that you can stay upright when you're only balancing on one foot. Yeah. You can bring your palms together. If that doesn't work out, you always have that chair there. Good. Tucking your tummy in and up. Get nice and tall. Slowly float your fingers, if you can, up to the sky. It's your choice. And breathe. You can soften your gaze if you want more challenge. You can lift your head and see how you're feeling today in your tree. Every day is different, as we say. Some days you feel, wow, I'm feeling great today. Then you wake up and you're like, what's this? Yeah. And then bringing the palms together, slowly float the heart down to the heart, your hands to the heart, and relax and release. Good. Shake it out as you make your way to the other side of your chair. Good. Find your tall spine. Good. And now let's bend the outside knee. Maybe it's your left. Again, this is an option. Taking the knee out to the side, bringing the bottom of the foot into your ankle is an option. Shin is an option. Find your balance. Nice lifted heart. When we're hunched forward, we're completely off balance, right? If the head is forward, that weight is just going to careen us forward. So keeping that chin back, the spine straight, is enough to help us with staying nice and upright. Yeah, good. Maybe you float your hands into prayer position. Notice when you wobble. Maybe you reach your fingers up, stretch them up towards the sky. Sometimes that helps. Good, and if this is enough, stay here. If you want more, you can soften your gaze, or you can lift your gaze up towards the sky. Yeah, and just be with the wobble, right? Notice it, embrace it. Oh. And then when you're ready, bring your palms together and bring your hands down to your heart. Good. And release. That side was hard for me. Yeah, I wobbled a lot. All right. Well, let's stretch our front hip flexor here. So you're using the back of your chair here, and you're kind of close to it. You can have your fingers on the back of your chair. We're going to go into a lunge. Yes, sort of just like it's the hip flexor stretch. So we're going to start with your right foot, and you're going to step it back. So you hold on to your chair. I'm going to move mine out of the way because it sort of obstructs me. Good. So you don't want to be on a tightrope, right? That's, yeah, a lot of challenge. Just have your feet on railroad tracks. Back of your, the back foot, the right foot, you're on the ball of your foot. You can even, I can see, I don't know if you can see yourself in your screen, but if you look back, make sure that your heel's not caving in. Yeah, you want it straight back. Good. And then a soft bend in this front knee. You don't want the knee too far forward. If that's the case, widen your stance a little bit wide, more forward. Yeah. All right. And then we're gonna again find that heart lifted. Feel your heart press up towards the sky. Good. And if it's available to you, let's just take one arm up and or the other. Right? And if both arms are up, again, you might experience a little bit of wobble. That's your body adjusting. That's what your muscles are meant for, right? They're like, yay, we get to work now. And breathe. And again, you can lift the chin up slightly. Feel that heart lift as you reach up. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, sink that right heel a little, maybe closer to the floor. Your body sinks down a little bit. Feel that thigh stretch on your right side, little hip flexor stretch. Good. And then when you're ready, slowly float your hands down to the back of your chair. You can lean forward on an inhale breath, bring that back leg forward. Nice. And just wiggle out whatever, just notice. You can even sort of close your eyes and notice where the tightness is in your body. And just pay attention to that and just wiggle it out a little bit. Good. Good. And then coming to our stand here again. We're just going to stretch the other side now. So you're right at the back of your chair. You can use the back of your chair there. We're going to step now this left toe back. Good. And again, check in, make sure that heel's not leaning in. You want it straight back towards the wall, like you want to touch your heel on the back wall. Good. Little soft bend wherever this front leg lands. Again, if the knee is beyond the toe, you want to step forward a little bit. Yes, good. Soft bend. Find your legs. Good. And then lift the heart, lift the gaze, just stare straight forward, maybe at a spot that's not moving. And then reach one arm up and the other if that works for you. Chair is always there to hold on to. And breathe. Good. Each inhale, feel the heart reach up towards the sky. If you want to lift your gaze to where the ceiling meets the wall, and find your breath. Good. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, sink your left heel a little closer to the floor. You'll feel a little bit more of a stretch in that hip flexor and that thigh. Yeah, good. Smile on the face. And then as you exhale, gently float your hands back to your chair. Hinge forward a little bit with your body. On your inhale breath, bring your foot back next to the other. The inhale breaths bring you into that nice tall pose that, helps us with the momentum. Shake it out, wiggle it out, and we're gonna make our way back to our chairs. Here, yes. Coming to the front of your chair, good. And then like we did in our forward fold, we're gonna bend our hips back like we wanna sit down, yeah. And start looking at the floor, good. And pressing into your toes that you're looking at, right? And then tightening your thigh muscles. And then you can find a place to hold on to on the front of your chair. And then let your hips just gently float back down onto your seat. Nice, nice. Okay, nice work up there, everybody. All right, so even when we sit down now, notice if your spine's forward, if you're rounded forward, and just reach your shoulders back. You know, always trying to keep as much as possible that gentle, tall spine. And over time, the more we practice that, it just becomes your natural stance, right? That's where you feel like, oh, this is what's right. This is my natural, nice lifted spine. Good. Let's take a breath in, and as you exhale, hinge at your hips. Let's grab onto the back of our right leg. On an inhale breath, let's hug that thigh in. Let's do a couple rotations here. Keep your shoulders back. Yeah, you can always have the toe on the floor if this is uncomfortable. And then we're going to come into our little bit opening for the hip. So bringing the ankle onto that left leg, or bringing the foot and crossing over. You can bring the outside of the right foot on top of the left shoe if that feels okay. So just find your legs here. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Again, feel that heart reach forward and up, and look up. And just notice how that felt on your right hip. Good. Let's take a breath in. And as you exhale, keep that nice lifted heart and press your belly button forward until you're feeling a little bit more stretch in that right hip. And then relax, release it out, sort of massage. Good. As you exhale, again, press your belly button forward. Maybe bring your heart a little more forward and back up. This is all coming from hinging from our hips. And then slowly come a little bit more forward here. And again, like our halfway lift, we're just gonna look down at the floor and breathe. Breathe into that right hip. So that uncomfortable stiffness, you can close your eyes and breathe right into that stiff hip. And as you exhale, see if you can relax and soften. Relax and soften, and just let your heart melt forward. Good. A couple more breaths here, breathing into the discomfort. And as you exhale, see if you can relax. Just be with that discomfort. See if you can melt it a little bit with the exhale. Just imagine that stiffness floating out into your exhale breath. Good. And on your next inhale breath, press down into your standing foot, that left foot. Slowly bring your body straight back up, and then help that leg up off your left leg. Let's do the other side. So hugging that thigh in, give your little ankle here a nice massage, reverse. Good. And then on this side, see how this feels. Notice if this side is looser or maybe a little stiffer, right? And again, options are outside of the foot or crossed over at your feet. Good. Lift the heart forward and up. Look up gently. Keep the back of the neck long though. Good. You can lift the left toe up if you like a little bit. And let's do that little massage here. So pressing the belly button forward. Feel that stiffness in that left hip, and then come back, relax. Good. Take a breath in and exhale, come a little bit more forward. And inhale, come back up. Good. And once again, exhale, press the heart forward. Relax the head down. Looking at the floor now. Feel free to close your eyes here. Find your breath and breathe in to that stiffness. Just notice the stiffness, where it is. It's in my hip. It radiates maybe into my back and my glute. And as you slowly exhale and deflate, see if you can relax that left hip. Just allow the tightness to release just a little bit. One more breath here, or two. Yeah, just with the intention of each exhale breath softening something, even your shoulders, even your eyeballs. Yeah, and one more. Now on your next inhale breath, press into your standing foot, slowly float your body straight back up and help to guide that leg next to the right, the foot next to the right. Good. Yeah, our tension is built up over time, right? And most of it comes from just our head, right? Our minds, our tension, our anxiety, all of those negative emotions, and we store it. So like a newborn baby who can stuff their toe easily, right? Over time, we stiffen up, but this practice helps us to get loose. Let's just butterfly our legs, bring a smile to our face. Yeah, it's really nice to watch babies and children because they're just in the present moment. They're crying one moment because they fell down and they hurt, they have pain. And then they, get their act together. They are aware that this is happening and it's going to be okay. And then the next moment, they're off playing again, not focusing on that pain. So let's sometimes be more childlike. That will help. All right, nice work, everybody. We're going to come into our final relaxation. So you can lay down or you can just sit back into your chair. Find a nice, comfortable, very comfortable place to land and close your eyes. Good. And let's just take some inventory of the body. Just notice during your practice today, like what was stiff, what was uncomfortable. Just bring your awareness there. And then we're going to take a nice long breath in right into that spot. You're going to hold your breath, and through the nose, you're going to slowly exhale the breath out. And as you do, see if you can relax that area. Good. Let's do that again. Another breath into that space. Hold the breath and exhale. Again, seeing if you can soften that spot. And then maybe you need to move on to another spot. There's a second spot in your body, wherever it is. And let's take a nice breath in to that space. Imagine all the oxygen and blood flow and red blood cells going into that particular spot. And then as you exhale, see if you can consciously relax that part. Yeah. And one more into that space. Hold the breath. Let that prana energy bathe that stiffness, that discomfort, and exhale it out. Now let's move to the mind and notice what is going on in your mind, right? Are you off already into your day? Let's come back. Are you thinking negative? Are you scared about something? Are you sad about something in this moment? It's okay. Our emotions are there to protect us. And so that's okay for a little bit. And now let's release. So let's breathe into that emotion, that sadness, loneliness, tension, anxiety. Hold the breath there. See it. And then as you exhale, see if you can bring a smile to your face, no matter how you're feeling. And again, breathe into the emotion. See it, know it's there, acknowledge it. And then exhale and relax. And imagine that emotion just floating out onto your exhale breath and anticipating, bringing a smile to your face. And now relax the body. Allow the body to soften. Palms are up on the lap now if they aren't already. And start to feel the whole body relax and let go. minute or two. Let go of all of your efforts. Keeping a gentle little smile on your face. Jaws relaxed, shoulders, heart, all of your internal organs. Legs, feet. Just allow your parasympathetic nervous system to click on. Allow relaxation. Just for now, allow. Your awareness to your breath. Bring your awareness to your body. Bring your awareness to your mind. Notice how you feel. Feel free to remain here for as long as you'd like. Should you choose to slowly come back now into this space, begin to move the body. You can sway the body, wiggle the fingers and toes, still keeping your eyes closed. Softly, lovingly, gently wake yourself up. Feel your body coming back into this time, into this space, but remaining relaxed. And slowly come to center, to stillness, bringing your hands into prayer position. Rest your thumbs onto your heart. And now take a nice big deep breath. Feel your heart fill up. As you exhale, allow the head to relax forward. Relax the shoulders back. And we'll close practice today with this. If something frightens you, get closer to it. It doesn't mean it is not awful, but the awful you know is easier to handle than the awful you imagine. When you're feeling ready now and complete at your own pace, you can gently begin to flutter the eyes open as you lift your head. And I thank you all for coming and taking care of yourself today. Have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.